Is it possible to get 1,000 subscribers in your first year on YouTube? Well, it sure is, and let me show you how. What's up? My name is Cody, and welcome back to the channel. So you want to start a YouTube channel for yourself, or maybe you've already started one and need some tips for some growth. Well, is this the video for you? Today, I'm going to be going through my top 8 tips for starting a YouTube channel and getting 1,000 subscribers in your first year. Now, I've only been on YouTube for 1 year myself, and I have already got over 1,800 subscribers in my first year on YouTube, which I am so incredibly grateful for, and honestly was not expecting my channel to go this well. So thank you to everybody who has watched a video, liked one of my videos, and subscribed to the channel. It seriously means so much. And as a way of saying thank you, I want to share all of the tips and tricks that I've used in my first year of YouTube with you so that you can grow your channel as well. So sit back, relax, maybe take some notes, and let's jump right into it. But really quickly, just before we do, if you do find any part of this video really helpful, if you could do me a huge favor and just hit that like button down below, it really helps me out so much. So thanks in advance. Let's jump into it. Now, my first tip for anybody wanting to start a channel, and probably this is the most important one of them by far, is to just start already. I wanted to start a YouTube channel for years before I finally made my first video. And one day I was in the shower, thought of a video idea and thought, what the heck? I'm just gonna make this video and post it to YouTube and see what happens. And that video ended up doing so incredibly well. It got hundreds of views in just the first day, and I got a ton of subscribers in that very first day to my channel, which I am so grateful for, and I'm so glad that I finally just started. I'd been planning out video ideas and thinking of how I was gonna brand my channel, but ultimately, I just needed to start. Too often, I see people getting caught up in thinking about their channel and thinking about all the videos they're gonna have to make and what these videos are gonna have to be about and what their channel's gonna be about. And ultimately, you just need to make and post your first video and just keep going with it. Don't worry about the camera that you have or your microphone setup or the way your background looks. Just make a video, even if it's just on your phone using your iPhone camera or whatever you have, and just post it to YouTube. Once you start, it's gonna be so much easier to make your second video and your third video and just keep rolling from there. Which leads me into my second tip, which is to be consistent with your uploads. For me, I have chosen Monday and Wednesday as my upload days, and I make sure that every single Monday and Wednesday, I make and upload a video to YouTube. Now, don't let this interfere with tip number 1. You need to make sure that you are making videos and uploading them, and if it is a little too stressful to upload once or twice a week, just upload whenever you can to get started, but eventually you want to lock into a pretty consistent uploading schedule. The YouTube algorithm is really going to like this and help push out your videos a lot more. So I recommend picking 1, 2, or even if you can, 3 days a week, the same days around the same time, and post videos consistently. Now, I've had some people ask me,
Cody, should I just record all my videos in the same day so that I have a stockpile of videos to upload for the rest of the week?
And to that, I always say no. Do not stockpile your videos. While it may seem like a great idea, it's going to limit your growth and how much you're able to learn along the way. I know for myself, I always try to make every single video just 1% better, just making my edits a little bit better or my backdrop look a little bit better. But if you're recording all of your videos in the same day for an entire week or an entire month, you're going to limit your growth so much. So what I recommend is just record 1 video at a time and don't stockpile them. Now, while you can have 1 or 2 videos in the backlog just in case you can't upload a certain day, like I said, being consistent is really important. You don't want to regularly be doing this because I don't think your videos will improve as much over the long term. All right, and tip number 4 is to plan out your videos. It's not easy to just sit down in front of a camera and start talking. So to help you get more comfortable in front of the camera and talking to absolutely nobody, try scripting out your videos in advance. Being able to free flow your videos will come with some time and practice, but ultimately if you plan your videos, your content's going to be a lot better. Even for this video that I'm making right now, I have my computer monitor set up right in front of me with a list of notes for exactly what I'm going to talk about. Now, over time, you might be able to cut down how much planning you have to do, but ultimately the best videos that I've seen on YouTube are very well planned and scripted. So take some time before you shoot each video to write down your thoughts and place them in an order that's gonna make the most sense for your video. Now, while I do love to free flow with a lot of my videos, there's always one part that I plan out, and that is the intro, which leads me into tip number 5. The first few seconds of your video matter the most. Just like I said before, how planning out your videos is gonna help, making sure that you have a really strong intro is very crucial to success on YouTube. The first 30 seconds of your video are by far the most important part of your video. This is where most viewers decide if they're going to continue to watch through to the end of your video. So even if I choose to not plan out a video, I make sure that I script the first 30 seconds. And I like to use this abbreviation called HOT, which is hook, outcome, and testimonial. So I will use a hook to grab the viewer's attention within the first 3 to 5 seconds of the video. Then I'll give them an outcome of what they're going to learn by the end of this video. And then I'll give them a testimonial of why you should be listening to me showing my own real life results. So my hook for this video is me asking if you want to get 1,000 subscribers in your first year on YouTube. The outcome was me telling you that I'm going to give you 8 tips on how I've been able to do this, and my testimonial was telling you that I got 1,800 subscribers in my first year on YouTube. And obviously this works because you're still watching this video and I got your attention. So always make sure to plan your intro. This is by far the most important part of your video. Now, while the intro is the most important part of your video, there are 2 more elements that really impact how many people are going to ultimately watch your YouTube videos. And that is your title and thumbnail, which leads me into tip number 6. Make sure you spend some time on your title and thumbnail. This is ultimately how you're going to get someone to watch your video. You could have the greatest YouTube video in the world, but if your title's not very good and your thumbnail is not very appealing, nobody's going to click on it. Now, I'm not saying that the content of your actual video doesn't matter, but having a really catchy and almost clickbait title and thumbnail is ultimately what's going to get people to click onto your YouTube video and watch it through. So take your time coming up with a creative and clever title and thumbnail. This is going to drastically impact the amount of views that you get. And don't be afraid to change it as you go. If you post a video and you notice it's not doing too well, maybe your title and thumbnail aren't too great. So try to go in and change those. A little bit of Photoshop skills is going to go a long way when it comes to creating thumbnails. And when it comes to titles, just look at what other YouTubers are doing and getting views off of. Find people that make similar content to you, or branch out even further and just find out what's working on YouTube in general. Now, make sure not to copy anybody's titles, thumbnails, or content in any way, but it's a really good guide to figure out what's been working for other people and how you can implement some of their strategies for your own content. All right, and tip number 7 is to make sure that you're engaging with your audience in your actual video. I always like to pose a question to my viewers, asking them what part of the video they found the most helpful, or maybe which one of these 8 tips they're going to use when they make their next YouTube video, and to comment down below. Not only is this going to stir up a little bit of engagement on your page with some comments, which is really going to help the YouTube algorithm to push out your video to even more people, but it's also going to help people feel more connected with you. They're going to answer your questions and start up a conversation, and this is your opportunity to chat with them in the comments. Make sure to reply to all of these comments and really build up some strong relationships. Now, in addition to starting up a little bit of a conversation, always make sure that you ask them to smash the like button, because it really does help out your video in such a major way when somebody does that. And don't be afraid to ask them to subscribe to your video. Tell them that if they want to stay up to date with everything that you're doing, that you post videos here 2 times a week, so be sure to subscribe so that they don't miss out. Okay, you get the point. Let's move on to the next one, and this is probably the most important one, is just be you. You are awesome, and you probably have some really great video ideas that people are gonna love, but ultimately, you need to make sure that you are just being you. I heard this quote from Jim Carrey several months ago, and it has stuck with me for a long time. In fact, I still have it written on my whiteboard today, and it is, "You will never regret authenticity." And I think this rings true to so many things in life, but especially when it comes to making YouTube videos. It's so easy to get caught up in what's gonna get the most hype and what's trendy with YouTube, but ultimately you need to make sure that you're staying authentic to who you are, making content that you truly believe in, and just being yourself. At the end of the day, it's not gonna matter how many views your YouTube video gets or how many subscribers you have on your YouTube channel. You're just gonna be proud that you are making content that you truly love for people that want to watch you being you. I mean, even just think about your favorite YouTubers and content creators. Do you love every single video they put out? Maybe not, but you love to watch them because they are themselves and you like who they are. You're gonna go ahead and click on that video and watch it regardless of what the title says, because you want to watch them. So just be yourself, and people will keep coming back to your channel for you, not for your content. So that wraps up my 8 tips for starting a YouTube channel and how to get your first 1,000 subscribers in your first year. And I want to know from you, which of these 8 tips did you find the most helpful? Drop me a comment down below and let me know. And if you have any additional tips that we could add, drop a comment for anybody else who's watching. I'd love to hear from you and get to know what you've found has been working for you in the past year or so, and what you're going to do moving forward. And as always, if you did find this video helpful, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. It really helps out me and the YouTube channel in a massive way. And if you want to stay up to date with me and everything that I'm posting, I post here 2 days a week, so feel free to subscribe so that you don't miss out. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good one.